family, if my mic was off, I didn't know it was off because my Bluetooth not even connected. And I don't have to turn my mic on and off. Because when you download an app, you give an app permission to access your mic or your pictures, like these platforms. So I don't turn it on and off for the person who was just like, you stupid, your mic is off. Sometimes you can't hear me because of the way that my phone be setting up on the thing. And while both of my phones is in the car, it be bouncing back between the Bluetooth and connecting to the car. Okay. Anyway, I was parked at the gas station, putting my press-ons on and recording my video and taking me a break. And the kids had happened to find me up at that gas station. And they're going to tell me don't go to sleep at the gas station. I always go to sleep at the gas stations. That's my parking place. They're safe. They have green lights. If anything goes on, it'll be on camera. Being a homeless woman, I have to park anywhere that I feel safe to go to sleep. You might see me sleep at the gas station, bitch. You might see me sleep at McDonald's, Myers, Walmart, you name it. What I don't do, I made a mistake and fell asleep here last night. But my kids know I was here. What I don't do is sleep at nobody's house. I go sleep at a public place. I don't even want to sleep outside nobody's house. I was explaining that to somebody, like, I don't ever want to make myself or make anybody feel like I'm getting too comfortable at their house. Like, I hated being at my brother's house. I hate living with people. Anytime I ever had to live with somebody, I hated it. You probably just didn't know it. So even when I sleep in my car and live in my car, I don't park out at nobody's house. I'd rather go sleep at McDonald's. So I'll sleep at the gas station. Yes, I will. Being that I have had times where I had to go live with people, and living with other people has made me feel uncomfortable. I don't want to ever make nobody else feel uncomfortable either. So I'm not ever asking to sleep at nobody else's house again. I don't care if my car don't work. Tow it somewhere where I can go and sleep in it. Like people were saying, oh, you shouldn't rush and buy a car. If I didn't buy this car, whether if it needs to be fixed or not, if I didn't buy this car, I would be sleeping on the ground right now. So I was buy my car and I sleep in it until I get me a house. Because guess what? I don't got to pay rent in my car. And as long as I got a kid's daddy that's alive and pretended to be rich, he needed help take care of his motherfucking kids. So I could sleep in the car. Because while he was out living a Vita Loca, I was taking care of the kids. So now that I'm tired and don't got it and I'm homeless and I need to sleep in my car, my baby daddy need to take care of the kids. He ain't never had to pay child support and I ain't paying him none, so you need to do your part. And I make the shit look good. Because what the fuck? But anywho, never mind. Because I just said earlier that I don't really offer psychic readings and stuff like that, but I'm very good at predicting things. When I had moved into the house I'm being in, I predicted, I said I was only going to be there for about 2 months. And that turned out to be true. And I said that I wasn't even going to have my car for 2 weeks before somebody did something to my car. And I know who would do something to my car. And they make themselves very obvious because they ask me for rides and stuff. Like, you don't need a ride, you got a car. But I said it was going to be less than 2 weeks before somebody did something to my car. And that's why I was hoping and praying that I would be able to buy me a car and not have to take it to my brother's house. But I didn't have nowhere else to go or whatever. So I've already had my car for about 2 going on 3 weeks, and I already need to get the muffler and stuff fixed. But I'm not stressed out about that. I don't even feel like I wasted my money or anything, because like right now, like I said, I don't have nowhere to sleep. My kids and stuff, they pretty much be having somewhere to at least go lay. I will sleep in my car. So my car was never a bad investment for me. Even if I got to get it fixed, I could still drive my car right now. I said it'll shut off, but it turned right back on. I just don't want to drive it while it's doing that, and I don't want to drive it while it's loud and the muffler needs to be fixed. I don't give a fuck though. Like, even if somebody did something to it and the engine goes out, God already gave me the vision. He already had gave me the download and told me that I could buy a car, but I probably won't have it that long. That's why I was saying I probably just want to give it to Lex, not so it can break down on her, but she's better off having it than me, because people just want to fuck up my shit to make it seem like I don't know what I'm doing. But God had already gave me the vision. He had already gave me the download that somebody was going to be tampering with my car. Just like when I moved into the house on Bennett, he had already told me, like, you're going to have to move out of this house sooner than later. So God be giving me the downloads. That's why a lot of times stuff don't affect me the way that people think that it would affect me. Like, damn, shit, we thought we was about to make her cry. We didn't make her cry. We thought if we fucked up her car and made her feel stupid, like she's wasted her money, she would be crying right now. But I'm not crying right now because I had already got this download. And I was told, go buy you a car ASAP, because you're probably going to have to sleep in it only for a little while. Because God is about to bless me with a new car and a new house and everything. But I still needed one before I got those blessings. So I invested my money in the right way, and I did what I was supposed to do. Because push come to shove, I can always pull my car over and go to sleep somewhere. And not even trying to be funny, but Mally and Mari, if they needed to, they was sleep in this bitch too. Because they not outside on the ground. So if it ever came where I couldn't get me a room or something, at least I do have my car. And that's one thing struggling taught me. I'm going to get me a car before I get me a house. Because I could go buy me a house if I had to just spent tax money and paid up some rent for a couple of months. But without no car and nobody to help me and nobody to call on, buying a house with, renting a house with, make no sense for me. Because yeah, if I pay the rent up for 6 months, but I'm still trying to save up and get a car, and then those 6 months go past and I haven't found a job, because sometimes that's possible, or something like that, then who's going to pay my rent? I'm going to be out on the streets with no car or nothing. So I'd rather buy the car first and then get a house. So I be planning out everything I do. And I done took so many L's that L's don't even feel like L's no more. They're not for me losing. They're for me to learn. And people be saying learning from your mistakes. I didn't buy a fucked up car. Somebody came and did something to my car. Just like somebody knew that I was about to have to leave my brother's house, and somebody knew where I was staying at before I had ever even mentioned it. Because they be wanting to put tracking devices on my car, pour water in my gas tank and shit like that to cause me problems. And you know why people do that type of stuff to me? Because they getting in trouble. They under investigation by the feds, and they feel like it's my fault because they stole from me and now they being investigated. So they want to fuck up anything I have going on. They thought that I wasn't going to be able to have no money. I bought my car and started lifting. I drove the whole first week with no problems. They saying that I was driving with no problems. They saying that I was driving with no problems. My mic was never off. I don't turn my mic off. But thank you for giving me that information. I appreciate it. But anyway, I learned from that, and I don't regret any choice that I made, is what I'm trying to say. Even if nobody helps me, I still don't regret the choice that I made. So yeah, I can't believe it though. Like someone said, "Mommy, don't be falling asleep at the gas station." Girl, I'm homeless. If you want me to be technical, and I'm not ashamed to talk about it. I sleep anywhere I feel comfortable enough. And there's security, there's lights, there's green lights, there's cameras and stuff like that. That's how you sleep when I'm not on a campsite. So yeah, that's part of my journey as being a homeless woman per se, and sleeping in my car. I sleep in safe places. with green lights, cameras, surveillance, and all of that. That's a part of my journey I haven't talked about yet. When I'm out and about and I was lifting and stuff, if I need to use the bathroom, I go to a restaurant that have a bathroom that I can use. Usually when I need to take my showers and stuff, of course, I pit stop. I either stop at somebody's house and ask if I could take the shower there, or I'm going to go get me a quick stay or a room so I could take me a shower and not get back in my car. Like, I don't ever want to stay at nobody's house again. And that's what I was telling my guy friends too. Like, I don't want to stay at nobody's house to make them feel uncomfortable or bring my kids and then they swear up and down my kids is this, that, and the other. If you're not my man and we in a relationship or planning on getting married, you don't got to worry about me asking to stay at your house. I had texted one of my guy friends the other day, and I did this just to see if people watch my channel. And I had said that I was about to find me somewhere to live or whatever. I mean, find me somewhere to spend a night that night. And I ended up calling one of my old guy friends who actually didn't really want to spend the night at his house or fuck or none of that. Like, I'm pretty sure he thought I wanted to do, because technically I think he's gay and down low. But I just could tell by his response, for one, that he watched my videos, and two, that he thought that I was going to ask to stay at his house. But I would never ask to stay at his house because he makes my son uncomfortable. Shit, my son probably think he down low too. But he makes my son uncomfortable, so I would never ask to spend the night or stay at his house with my kids. You know, because I learned from spending the night with one of my children over there before. So I would never do that or whatever. And people be thinking like, oh, now she's calling me because she wants some help. No. Actually, I was calling you to see if you was witnessing how I'm about to overcome what you put me through. That's why I was calling you. So, that's crazy. That's crazy. Somebody got HIV. This person that I'm talking about got HIV. And I didn't know that. But God is telling me now, like, yo, they acting like they don't want to fuck with you. You don't want to fuck with them. That motherfucker caught AIDS. And it's because he's down low. Didn't I just say he give me vibes like he down low? He's down low. This particular guy that I'm talking about. So God is like, yeah, after y'all stop fucking around anyway, he caught that shit. You don't want to go back and fuck with him. But it's just the way that people would think. Like, I don't want to stay with nobody. I was telling that to this guy yesterday. I'm like, I would rather sleep in my car. No, I would rather have a home of my own, of course. But before I go and live with somebody else, I would rather sleep in my car. I would rather stop at restaurants to use the bathroom. I would rather have to find me a shower or something, even if I had to get me like a Planet Fitness membership so that I could have access to a shower. I would rather do that than to go and live with anybody or be around anybody that's fake. You know, or to be in anybody's space. You could be in other people's space and make them feel uncomfortable and they just don't want to say nothing. Oh, I'm tired of her being here. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of that. And it's your house, but you won't say nothing. I don't even want to make nobody feel that way. So I don't want to stay nowhere. I don't even want to park outside nobody's house to go to sleep. I'd rather sleep at the gas station. So that's part of my homeless journey and what I've experienced and things like that and how I move around. I don't want to be in nobody's space. I don't want to make nobody feel uncomfortable. I don't want to make nobody feel like I'm using them. I don't want to be in the way in any way, shape, or form is what I'm trying to say. Now, I might ask if my kids can come to be a little bit more comfortable, but me, myself, I will stay outside. So that is a part of something that I've been experiencing. I know a lot of people watch my videos though too. I could tell that when I went to the eye glass appointment this morning as well. Like, people will watch your videos because they have nothing else better to do, but then they want to sit around and criticize you. Like, bitch, I'm your favorite person. You can't go a day without watching me. So I had noticed something about that as well. But people wanting to make a mockery out of anything that I have going on is just so funny to me. And these people can't do no better than me. And these be the same people who was a part of stealing from me and things like that. Just subscribe. Thank you. I appreciate you. Girl, ask for a Cash App for live. You're working now. Ask for a Cash App for live. You know, I always said that I would accept donations. My Cash App is hashtag the MILF Market. If anybody ever wanted to send me donations, but what I've noticed about Cash App sometimes is sometimes people will say that they put my information in and it won't pop up. And I'm not sure why, but I've been having that issue when this guy did try to send me a donation on Cash App. I'm sorry. It resulted in him having to send it to my Chime because people be saying that they can't find my Cash App. I don't know why. And I tried to include all of that stuff with the links in the description box, but for some reason on my page, it won't let me do that. It won't let me, paste in my links, even to my Instagram or Facebook. I would have to type it out. But if anybody did want to send me donations, my Cash App is the MILF Market, or you can use my telephone number, which is 313-413-3446 or 313-629-2476. One of those are hooked up to my Cash App. But yeah, it's just, I've been experiencing all of that, and I'm just telling my story. Again, I don't beg people for help. I ask, but that don't mean that I will receive it. The Bible says, ask and you shall receive, but that's only from certain people. Everybody don't have the giving heart. So I could ask, but that doesn't necessarily mean that people are going to come through and do it, So, yes, guys, I just wanted to talk about that while I was on my break, and my daughter talked about some don't be sleep at the gas station. Girl, bye. Like, I would be sleep anywhere that I feel comfortable. And I feel comfortable sleeping outside of my car at the gas station. Then I feel comfortable sleeping at some people's houses or some of these guys' houses, So, yeah. That's a part of my homeless journey that I haven't expressed or whatever, sleeping and things like that. I sleep on my back though for the most part, unless I'm like cuddled up or something with a man or something. Then I sleep on my side or in like fetal position or like balled up. But for the most part, when I sleep by myself, I sleep on my back anyway. So sleeping in my car and in my chair with it reclined all the way back is not really that much of a difference than how I would sleep in the bed. So I need to sleep on my back because I need to be aware. Like, I don't got time to be on my side and I need to turn to this side. If I'm sleeping on my back, I can just turn either way that I need to look. And I think about that even when I'm at home. Like, I don't want to sleep with my back towards the door or anything like that. But bitch needs to be alert. I done been through too much shit. So I think about that or whatever. But I know things are going to get better for me. I know I'm going to be blessed with whatever it is I need. The house, the car, the finances, or the finances to get the house, the car, however it's going to be done for me. So, yeah. But I just be noticing a lot of the little weird ass shit I be going through for no reason. For no reason. Like, it ain't no reason I ain't get my state taxes yet, because I would have been to put my car in the shop too. Or use that for like a down payment on the first month's and security deposit on the house. But you see how God work in mysterious ways, because I wouldn't have knew that I needed to get my car fixed. So if I had got them and I would have did everything at once, like bought me a car, found me a landlord that was willing to work with me, like a private landlord, and I had to gave them the first months and the second, I would be fucked up right now, because it would have came a time where, look, I need to get my car fixed, and it might cost me probably like $1,000 to get everything that I need to get fixed. If that, but it might cost $1,000, and that's not a waste to me, because I bought a used car. I didn't buy a new car. So when you buy used things, you have to invest in them, and to me, $1,000 is not a bad investment or whatever. So, plus I knew it already. I had already got the download. I already had got the download about this. So, yeah, just going through all of that though. That's another way and another reason that I get through stuff. And it seemed like, oh, she's so nonchalant. It's the relationship that I have with God. Like, God would tell me, like, this is going to happen. So I want you to be prepared for it. And that's how you pass the test of God. So, I know that things are going to be okay. I know that things are going to be cool, even though people keep trying to put more and more and more and more and more pressure on me. I'm cool because it's already written in the stars. I already got the download about how straight I'm going to be as well. The thing about it is God comes when he wants to. That's why they say he may not come when you want him, but he'll be there right on time. Like, God always has the plan, and he knows what he's going to do. We know what he tells us, but we don't know when he's going to come through. And that's just like for me and my kids. I might say, oh, well, I'm going to bring y'all some, I'm going to just say pizza today. Well, they know that I said I was going to bring the pizza, but they don't know which time I'm going to bring the pizza. It could be morning, noon, or night. But as long as they know that I'm going to bring that fucking pizza. And that's how my relationship is with God. Like, God has already promised me things. I just don't know when. But, excuse me, he will never leave or forsake you. And God never breaks his promises. So, therefore, I'm good. And in the midst of that time, I just got to stay afloat. So, yeah. I don't regret anything. I don't regret buying my car. I don't regret nothing that I have going on right now. I don't regret not talking to my family. I don't regret not having my old friends. I don't regret quitting a job. I don't regret anything I had to leave behind. I don't regret being dumped, not talked to, played. I don't regret anything that has ever happened to me that I've done or that people did to me, because they were always life lessons, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, my feelings have been hurt before. I've been heartbroken. I'm glad I experienced that. I'm glad I experienced a lot of the things that I have, even when it comes to relationships and relationships failing, because when I really do get married, my love life is going to be exactly how I want it. Probably not perfect, but I've been through enough that I know exactly what I want and what I don't want. And yeah, so when I say I don't regret anything, and I'm kind of glad for every test, trial, tribulation, hardship, obstacle, or anything that I had to overcome. I don't care if it had me crying for a day or crying for 2 weeks straight. If I made it through, I'm glad, is what I'm trying to say. And it ain't too many lessons that I repeated over and over. People think that about me. Oh, because she said she was homeless before. Well, the time that I was sleeping in my car before was by choice. I could have slept in the house. I didn't want to. Did you just hear me say I don't like taking up people's space? So the time that I'm sleeping in that was like preparing me for right now, a time that I actually need to sleep in my car. I know exactly what to do. When I was sleeping in my car beforehand, I could have went in the house. I don't like being around certain people, so I slept in my car. So yeah. And I'm hearing like all of this, I went through all of this just to prove my innocence or prove a point. And I proved it. And I said if I only got a car for 2 weeks, I was going to prove a point in 2 weeks. And you know what point it was that I proved in the 2 weeks that I did have this car? That's why God is about to give me a new one. That I'm not incompetent. I'm not mental like everybody said. I do know how to make money. I can operate a car, take care of my kids, take care of myself. I have a driver's license. I know how to get my own insurance. I know how to sign papers. Nobody has ever done that for me. But these are the lies that people were going around telling. Oh, we take care of Isleah and her kids. She was incompetent. I was telling somebody this the other day, like, well, how come when my mama was alive, I wasn't in LD class? I wasn't slow. How come when my mama was alive, I wasn't getting Social Security Disability or SSI? If I was deemed to be slow all of my life. And then when you get those checks when you're a child, you still get them when you're an adult. If I'm slow, somebody needs to give me my motherfucking Social Security around this bitch. I should be getting checks if I'm slow or disabled in any way, shape, or form. Y'all should be giving me monthly checks. So where's my checks? And that's what I've been proving for the last 5 years. And that's what people didn't understand. Oh, she won't go get a job. Well, first of all, if you know anything, people who get Social Security disability and stuff like that, you can't get both. You either gonna get disability because you're disabled, or you're gonna go and work a job. So if you claiming I'm disabled, I can't go work a job. So now you see what I was saying, when it's hard for me to apply for jobs if they got it on paper that I'm disabled. How if I was a CNA taking care of people for 15 years where I done worked in group homes to take care of the disabled, you mean tell me I'm disabled? How come I ain't living rent free in a group home then and the state paying for me to live in that bitch? And these are the questions that I ask people, and then they get mad at me. But you said I was mental. I'm only asking you the question. Prove it. Prove me to be slow. But they didn't want to. They wanted to work against me instead. So I had to prove that I'm not slow. It's the craziest thing. So people not going to understand the way that I live my life. But I had to prove myself not to y'all, but to people like the judicial system who was listening to everybody else like, oh yeah, well the doctor says she's crazy. Her grandparents who've never even been in her life said she's crazy. But they're saying I'm crazy because they want to steal my money. So now let me get away from everybody. How can they say they're taking care of me if I'm sleeping in my car that I had to buy, that I had to insure and everything? So how is anybody taking care of me? And if they taking care of me, then why am I homeless? If I don't know how to drive or comprehend, then how did I buy me a car? How did I sign up for Lyft? How did I drive other people around and get paid? That's an exchange. That's called work. That's called me driving. That's called me taking care of myself as well as somebody else's life is in my hands as long as they're in my car. But you saying that I can't take care of myself. So what I did I told this to Tobias last year too. I said, Tobias, I'm probably only going to be able to stay in this house for about 2 months, but I need to stay in this house for 2 months because people swear up and down that I can't take care of myself. So even if they put hidden cameras or anything in this house, the one thing that they're going to learn about me is that I'm not mental and I can take care of myself. And I told that to Tobias. I'm like, instead of buying me a car last year, I went ahead and rented a house. You know why? So that I could prove that I can live by myself. And this year, instead of renting a house, I bought a car to prove that I can drive and everything. But this is stuff that people had already knew about me. Again, because I've owned houses, rented houses. My very first house that I ever rented while somebody was trying to be funny at the eyeglass place today and say her rent was only $400. That's probably somebody who knew a Kyra and her mama or something. My first house that I rented was off of 7 Mile in Evergreen. And my rent was $850. That's the very first house that I rented on my own for me and my children through a rental company. I think they were called Royal Rose Properties or something like that. And I rented through a leasing company. So that was my very first house that I rented by myself. I think I was 21 years old. Prior to that, I had rented flats and stuff. Those were private landlords and things like that. But I'm saying documented rental agencies and stuff like that. My very first house, my rent was $850, which I paid all the way up on time. You know, when I got evicted out of that house, that's the only house I said I got evicted out of. My baby daddy thought that I was about to be taking care of our kids, paying the bills, going to work, and he keep on cheating and having kids and bringing it to my motherfucking house. Then you're not even helping me pay the rent. So I stopped. And I just went ahead and left that house. So, again, I've been learning shit for a long time. I always knew how to pay rent. Because when my mama died and I had to live with my grandma, granted we had Section 8, she was on a fixed income and shit like that. My grandma was in and out of rehab because I said all the time both of her legs were amputated. They weren't amputated at the same time. She had one amputated, had to go through rehab, then got gangrene, and the other one had to get that one amputated and then go through rehab. So it was a point in time where my grandma didn't live at home for almost like 1.5 years because she was going through amputations and rehabs. I was only a kid by myself. I had to go to the bank, cash my grandma checks, go write money orders, pay this. I had to drive out to Section 8 one time because my grandma was in rehab, couldn't make it to appointments. I was doing all that type of stuff. My grandma standing in the line at DTE before we had all these online bankings. I'm at DTE. I'm at the water company. I was 16 years old. Driving cars, paying bills for her, getting up, taking her to dialysis by 4 o'clock in the morning, having to be to school by 8 o'clock in the morning, leaving school, go pick my grandma up from dialysis, drop her back off at home, then go back to school and finish off the rest of the day. Until I decided, fuck all this shit, it's too much for me, I'm just a kid. Then I enrolled myself in online high school. by myself. Again, my grandma not even being able to read. So, being grown as fuck, I did that shit young as hell. My mama died when I was 14. I became an adult at 14. So being an adult now and all the shit that adults were starting to do when they were 20 and shit, I had a leg up because death had came to me first. My mother and shit was deceased. So all that shit, I knew how to do it. 11 and 12 years old, I was cooking full dinners because my mama would be sick as fuck. Or she'd have a long day at dialysis and be tired. So I'm the one cooking dinner tonight. 11 and 12 o'clock, 11 and 12 years old, I was cooking full blown meals. So hell yeah, when I started selling food with the MILF market, I know what the fuck I'm doing up in this bitch. I've been doing this shit since I was 10. You know? So all that type of shit, I thank God for it though. I thank God for it. So that's why I'm saying all of this. And you know, that's why I live life the way that I do too, and I appreciate things different. And a lot of things that people value, I either don't value or I value a lot more than they do. So, yeah, it got to do with all of that. It has to do with all of that. So, yeah, it's something about that. And I say it all the time, like, I cry these tears. Sometimes I be crying tears of joy because I fucking made it. Like, that shit was hard as fuck. And people be like, oh, Isleah ain't never had to do nothing. Her life was easy. You know why they say that? Because they wasn't there with me shooting in the gym. People wasn't helping taking care of my grandma and shit like that either. That's why the audacity of a motherfucker to steal some money. And you wasn't helping take care of shit. But that's how it be. So, I appreciate it. I appreciate the hard times that I had. I appreciate even experiencing the situation of being homeless. I appreciate it so much. And that shit probably sound crazy to somebody. But y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand what it's like. And I was talking to somebody and they have like a very strong and successful family. And I was like, that's good. Because a lot of people don't know what it's like to not have support. Or to not have a close-knit family. So, I do though. So, even that, you know, I thank God for those experiences. Because some people be heartbroken. To see like, oh, my family did this to me or my family did that to me. Well, I was heartbroken young. So, now, before my 40s and shit, I know what family will do to you. I was heartbroken young. So, it's people out here 40 years old going through divorces and all that type of shit. But by the time I get married, you know how many heartbreaks I've been through. Like, the life and the shit that I've experienced is worse than a divorce. So, my first marriage is going to be my only marriage. I appreciate the wait for love. I appreciate the wait for understanding what love really is. Because when you rush into something like that, you end up getting divorced, or you realize you only married for money, or you married for lust. But when you go through the fucked up shit first and you get heartbroken and all that, when real love comes into your life, you really appreciate it. And that's how I feel about any obstacle that I've ever been through. I done been through some real shit. So I appreciate things a lot differently now. Hi, Joseph. My apologies. I'm just now looking down to see that. But yeah, so I'll just be expressing myself. I'll be expressing myself so that people can know what's going on with me, and just in case they have it going on too. And I was listening to this video yesterday, and they were talking about a humiliation ritual. Like, the whole city came together to do a humiliation ritual on somebody, and I've experienced that too. Like, I'm talking about old co-workers coming together, old family, old friends, people who I don't even know. Again, the teachers at the school, the DHS workers, and every motherfucking body coming together to make up these lies against me and everything just to steal my money. I've experienced that from my city that I live in, my state. And I was listening to that reading yesterday, and she was just breaking it down. And I'm like, I know exactly how that is, because I experience it. I live it every day. To see people really gather together to lie on you, to make you a scapegoat, commit a whole bunch of crimes, and then everybody is pointing a finger at you like you did it, and you don't even know what the fuck is going on. That was my life. That was my life. I'm also hearing right now that there's a baby daddy who wished that they had to handle things a little different. And if you know me, it's like my baby daddies don't really help me take care of my kids, and I'm not bashing them. It's just the truth. But I'm hearing like somebody is wishing like, oh, I wish I had to listen to Isleah, or, you know, she wasn't wrong, or now I see what she's saying, and it's one of my baby daddies. So it's something about that too. Probably didn't help take care of the kid. Probably ain't even Al, which is my baby daddy that everyone knows of. Whoever knew me, they don't know my other two baby daddies. But that's because it's not your fucking business. However, I'm hearing one of them is the one who wished they had to handle things a lot differently. And it's reminding me, I was having a conversation yesterday, and I'm hearing like after 11 days, because I was saying I haven't talked to somebody for 11 days, but I'm hearing 11 years, because my son Amari is about to be 11 years old. And I'm hearing like, how can I come and help her after 11 years when I did her so bold, or I did my child so bold? After 11 years, what do I say? What do I do? So I'm hearing that as well. So maybe somebody is experiencing that or going through some type of shame or regret about that. And it ain't even nothing. I ain't holding no grudges against anybody. If I'm talking about something, or if I talk about my baby daddy's not helping me, it's just because that's the truth. I don't hate them. I don't hold a grudge against them. I don't even go and be like, oh, I want them on child support. If you can do, you can do. If you can't, you can't. If I could do it all by myself, I would. If I can't, I can't. I'm a human. But I got the free will and the right to talk about how things are going and how they make me feel. But I'm even hearing somebody was trying to frame me for doing something to my baby daddy. If that's the case, I ain't never did nothing to none of my baby daddies. Never. But I'm hearing that, like somebody tried to frame or scapegoat you or something like that. It's a lot of stuff that's being investigated, and this is another reason why people won't leave me alone. It's like if I ever get to testify on the stand against people, their whole life will go to shits. My Facebook pages and everything was shadow banned, because if I ever tell my side of the story to the right people, life would be fucked up. But that's their karma anyway, because what goes around comes around, and you did it to me. And I have a group of people right now that are mad at me because they're actually about to have to take accountability for the actions that they wanted me to take accountability for. You were projecting energy. You were lying. You committed the crime. You were the thief. You were the scammer. And you tried to get me to go down for that. But now I'm telling my story, and you're being investigated, so now you even more mad at me. And I can't do nothing about that. I don't give a fuck. I ain't even mad that you mad at me. I don't care. But I know that that's what's going on. And people was going around talking so much shit about me, spreading so many lies. And this the audacity of the people who didn't even know me for me. And these are the people that's under investigation. And I've been saying it too. So now people be like, oh, she thinks she know it all. She thinks she a psychic, a tarot reader. And she said this, and now it's happening. So now we really hate her. Well, I told you. I said it was going to happen. I dreamed about it happening. Did I tell you to steal from me? No. So I'm not the reason that the feds is watching you. All I did was tell my truth and write the feds. Now everybody hate me. I'm hearing everybody hates Chris. I don't give a fuck. Everybody can hate Isleah, as long as I'm telling my truth. So I be telling these people, like, you don't got no family, no friends, no. I don't surround myself with snakes. The only time I'm going to purposely go around somebody that I know is a snake is so that I can prove you a snake. So yeah, it's something about that. But I know I'm going to be okay. I'm hearing justice is about to be served, as well as karma. So, I don't know. But I just wanted to tell that part of my journey, even the sleeping in my car. And it's just reminded me of the movie The Ultimate Gift that was popping up on my timeline. And it was about the boy whose granddad had left him $2 billion, but he went broke first. Like he took every penny away from him before he gave him the $2 billion. He took every penny because he said, I want you to know what real love is. Because if you get this money and you surrounded by fake ass motherfuckers, you're going to be spending your money on these people thinking that they your friends and shit. And the whole time they not. And that's how I was. Like, I remember writing down, and I told this to one of my friends one time, I'm like, one day I'm going to be rich. And when I get rich, I'm going to make sure everybody's straight. I'm like, I'm going to buy my friends buildings. If they want to start businesses, I'm going to buy y'all buildings. I'm going to help y'all get cars and houses. I was talking about like a family compound. I'm like, I want my family and friends to live on a compound. I said, because I'm going to be rich. I dreamed about it. And when I'm rich, I will buy y'all houses on the compound. And I will buy y'all buildings so that y'all can start whatever kind of business y'all want. And we could just all be making money together. That's always been my dream. And that dream was been supposed to take place a few years ago. But instead, the same people who I wanted to help so bad are the same people who was like, oh, you said if we help you say that I live crazy and we can steal the money, I get $150,000. Okay, I'll lie. Oh, you said you would buy me a car? Oh, yeah, I'll lie for you. And that's how all this shit started. Everybody thought it was all fun and games to lie to get a piece of my money. And now they going to the feds. But that's why they say laugh now, cry later. Because it was all funny when they came up with this plan to steal from me. And as long as I couldn't prove that they stole from me, they was laughing in my fucking face. But now that I'm telling my story and I could pull up receipts, I got proof, it's not funny no more. And everybody mad at me. But I thank God for the betrayals and every hard thing I ever had to go through because it made me who I am today. And I ain't no weak ass bitch. I'm very smart. I'm very knowledgeable. I'm very aware of what's going on around me, even if it don't look like it. Because another thing that life taught me is sometimes you got to play dumb if you want to win around this bitch. And I'm hearing Fantasia right now. Sometimes you got to win. Sometimes you got to lose to win again. Sometimes you got to hit rock bottom and lose everything you ever had in order to win. And again, that's what they said in the movie The Ultimate Test. He said, I went broke 4 times already. He said, I had to start my life over 4 different times before I became a billionaire. It's a part of life. Fantasia singing, sometimes you got to lose to win again. You got to take them L's. Speaking of Fantasia, and the Fantasia Barrino story, how they talked about her like a dog on American Idol. How she gonna be an American Idol? She don't got no GED. She was a teenage mama. Who wanna look up to her? How was she an idol? Because she can sing her ass off. She still won. Because she won the hearts of many without a GED. She didn't get her GED till after she won American Idol. But people talked about her like a dog. But who are you to say who somebody idol can be? What did you overcome? What did you make it through your whole life without the necessities? They make it say you can't do nothing if you ain't got no high school diploma or GED. Well, damn. How does somebody become 40 without that shit? And they've been living all this time. Meanwhile, your bitch ass thought you couldn't do shit without it. It's ways that you have to learn how to make a way out of no way. And I'm just using a high school diploma and GED for an example. Because people make it seem like if you don't have that, you can't live your life. I'm hearing Young Thug when he be saying, what's the song? I got sisters and brothers to feed. I ain't going out like no idiot. I'm an OG. And how he was saying in that same song, he's like, they asking how I'm a millionaire and I don't got no fucking degree. Because they make it seem like you need this shit in order to survive. No, you need some fucking common sense around this bitch. And life gonna teach you the lessons to survive. And everybody's not gonna have the same path or blueprint. It's billionaires out here that don't got no high school diploma. And it's homeless motherfuckers out here that got 10 motherfucking degrees. You see? Sometimes the shit don't just go as planned. How you got 10 degrees, you been to college all your fucking life and you ain't got shit? You know why? Because you in fucking debt. Because you owe to college your whole fucking life. You done finally got the job. Now you $70,000-$80,000 in debt. But guess what? Isleah over here who ain't go to college ain't got no debt. So all of that, it plays effect. That's why you can't just be judging books by its cover. You don't know what nobody learned from the streets. From their parents. Your friend parent might have been raised different than your parents. So your friends are raised a little bit different than you. Your friends can teach you things. Your friends' parents may have raised them different. I mean, your friends' parents. You know, everybody's raised different. And like I said, money don't make you happy. You know how many rich ass people out here fucked up? They on drugs. If you ever been around a real dope dealer, and I'm not playing, I ain't trying to just say I just been around dope dealers and shit, but I've been around some get money niggas. And if you ever been around a real dope dealer, a lot of they biggest clients and shit be, no offense to white people, but be white people, doctors, and shit like that, accountants and shit like that. And these people go get zooted and motherfucking booted. They come bringing $1,000 and shit to the dope man at the first of the month. Every 2 weeks, every Friday they get paid, they bringing loafs to that bitch. And you will never know, because he wears a suit. He has a college degree. He don't do coke. Shit. Yes, the fuck he do. Don't got no nose hairs up in that bitch. He do coke. And I learned that from fucking with niggas and sitting at the trap house and watching they custos. So judging books by its cover is something that I never did that. Cause I'm telling you, that's just a prime example right there. You can sit at the dope house and you would think, oh, she live in the hood, the trenches in the project, she live in that raggedy ass house whole time. You the one who run the trap house, but these rich ass motherfuckers pulling up in the Benz and shit, them the ones who's doing the drugs. So again, never judge a book by its cover. Never, ever, ever judge a book by its cover. You don't know what nobody is going through. That's just like I said, I dropped the man off the other day at the golf club, and he was like, this is where rich bloodlines come and play golf at. He's a regular man. Yes, he was in a suit. He was a white man in a suit and everything like that. And you know what came out of his mouth? He was like, I used to Lyft just like you. When I lived in California, I was a Lyft driver too. But this man in my regular car, and he didn't complain not one time about my muffler or anything. He was real cool, down to earth. Probably got more money than anybody else who ever sat in my car. That's why I said a bitch got in my car the other day, bonnet on, robe on, dirty, baby dirty, house dirty, all that type of shit. I didn't judge her. But she got in my car talking about the muffler and stuff like that. Bitch, a rich ass white man just got up on my shit and he act like he was sitting in the Benz right along with me. And yo dirty, dusty ass coming in here with some shit to fucking say, girl, get the fuck out. The audacity. You ain't got a car. They barely got a foot to walk on. The hoes probably all up screaming up in the bottom of them house shoes. And you talking some shit. Jesus Christ of Nazareth, that hoe had to go. Then I pull up to the house, the roof caved in and every motherfucking thing. And then she asked me if I had a cigarette. Bitch, get your shit and your baby and get the fuck out. I'd rather drive around these white people who got more sense than your black broke ass. But you see, never judge a book by its cover. Never. And I ain't judge her. When I seen her and she was looking toe up from the floor up, I didn't say nothing because I done had my days where, again, I got my bonnet on, robe looking dirty, couldn't comb my hair yet, and day power had just went out. But bitch, you look a fucking mess. And you think you about to come up in here talking some shit. Wrong car, bitch. Wrong car. I will turn you into a pedestrian. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. And she was talking about reviews and stuff like that. Like, if you want to leave a review and be negative talking about my car, your broke ass ain't got shit. And this rich ass white man just got out of my car and tipped me, ho, you can get the fuck on. That's what I be saying. And the one thing that white man was saying, he's like, you never know who nobody is. You never know who nobody is. And I turned around and looked at him and I'm like, you right. And he was so sweet to me. He was nice for the little 5 minutes that he might have been in my car. He's like, I'm sorry I couldn't stay in longer to talk with you. Shit, he could have been a CEO of something. And I'm glad I treated him with respect. Because he could have been a CEO of Lyft. And I would never knew. But that's why you treat people how you want to be treated. I don't care who get in here. Even when she got in here getting on my nerves, I was just I'm like, I even resulted in telling her, I'm like, I got a lot of hate in the city anyway. I'm like, so it's going to be bitches that talk about me regardless of the fact. And she was looking dumb. Because I turned around and looked at her. She was like, yeah, but just keep going. Don't let nothing stop your money. And I ain't. Even when y'all thought that I was letting things stop my money, I wasn't. You see, these videos kept coming. Because I'm going to get my justice. But it's just the people who will turn their nose up to you, they be the ones who ain't got shit. Or the reason that you going through something anyway. But it's other people. God will send you strangers that will support you. That white man, he probably got a Benz at home. Infinity or some foreign type of car. But he was in my little regular 2015 Cherokee, I'm gonna talk about Cherokee, 2015 Chevy Equinox that the muffler needs to be fixed so it's a little bit loud. He was right in his car acting like he was in the car with his family. Had me driving up in a damn golf course, looked like it was little mini mansions and little castles up in that bitch. I'm like, oh, it's nice in here. He chopping it up with me, real down to earth. Yeah, this is bloodline wealth, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I can tell. It be y'all sometimes. It be y'all. And I really hate when it be black people, black on black crime, like black people stealing from black people and stuff. This is what I be talking about. But you can get some white people and they'll treat you like family. But that's nothing but history repeating itself. Because guess what? It was white people who was helping lead black people to the Underground Railroad and slavery and stuff too. It was white people who was opening their doors, hiding slaves in the basement and shit, just so the other slave masters went past, just so that they can make it to the Underground Railroad the next night. That's why I could never be prejudiced. Because everybody's not the same. Just because you white don't mean that you prejudiced against black people. Indian, Philippines, whatever the fuck. Mexican, I don't care. So, you treat people how you want to be treated, and you don't go around judging a book by its cover, because that shit will get you fucked up. I always use the example where people be like, I don't see how she did this, or I don't see how she did that. Well, keep on trying to see how, and you gonna see how. God gonna give you some 3D glasses around this bitch. You gonna be put live and center to figure out what the fuck to do, since you couldn't see how so-and-so was doing it. So, I got a different respect for even you humans. So, yeah. I appreciate my experiences. I do. Especially this homeless one. Because it's teaching me to appreciate so much. My pizza is still cold. Or maybe I've been talking too long and it got cold. But I don't eat cold food. I hate cold food. Unless it's chicken and the skin's still crispy. They gotta pop that back in the air fryer for me or something. My eating habits aren't the same. They haven't been like how I would want them to be for like the last year and a half or two. Because I haven't been comfortable. I haven't been having my own space and stuff like that. So I eat as I go. And I thank God for my figure. Because a bitch could be bold body for real. As big as a whale. A big back. Because the way that I eat on the go. You see, I'm eating some hot Cheetos. I got a pizza right here. I eat like a teenager. Water, Sprite, I gotta eat as I go. I live in my car. I work in my car. My car is everything for me right now. I live as I go. So I gotta stop, go do my skincare routine, pluck my chin hairs and all that just to try to keep it all together. But I do it. I do it. And if it resulted in me, again, getting a Planet Fitness membership so I can have somewhere to go take a shower and they open 24 hours, guess what? That's $20 a month. But I've learned to make a way out of no way. And not to let life get the best of me, even when life is lifing. Somebody's name start with an R. I'm hearing Randall, Rodney, Rashad, Rufus. So somebody's a male and their name begins with an R. That was just random, but I got to channel it because I'm hearing it. Randy, Rashad, Randall, Rufus. Is somebody with a name like that? I'm hearing Ray Sean. Somebody is about to be, somebody is about to be offered an informant position. Like, you did something. Whoever this our name is, that this man is, you did something and you about to be offered a position to be an informant, to cut your time down, to reduce your time, or to let you skip a jail sentence altogether. But you about to have to give up some names. I'm hearing, give me the names. Somebody's about to get interrogated, or they have already been interrogated, and it's a man and his name starts with an R, and you're about to be offered an informant. I'm hearing to pay you almost $2,500 a month to be a snitch. Confirmation. I'm telling you, I'm getting the message right now. Somebody's about to get paid like $2,400 to $2,500 a month to be an informant or something like that. And it's because this person was somebody was a hired hitman or something like that. You was a part of a crime and stealing, and they're about to pay you to snitch on everybody else because this shit has went way too far. And this person, though, is really sorry. Like, they wish they never had did this in the first place. Hi, Kevin. They wish they never had did this in the first place. So they're willing to be the informant because they know that this is wrong. But this person is going to be blessed for being an informant. Like, if you ever heard of God forgiving you for your sins or cleaning your plate, wiping your plate clean, this is this person's opportunity to get right with God. And God is still going to make sure they're taken care of. Because granted, being an informant can be very dangerous. This is going to cause this person to be able to be put in witness protection and still receive payments so that they can live. And it's going to be a better offer than them, what they got going on right now with going to work and everything and being afraid for their life. Somebody is afraid for their life because they were a part of doing some fucked up shit and they know that the feds is involved. But this person, if you watching my video, and you gotta be, because I'm channeling this out of the blue, you need to take the plea. You need to go ahead and be the informant, because if you don't, the streets gonna kill you anyway, is what I'm hearing. So that's for somebody, and I don't like that type of energy, but this is what this person needs to do. You need to go ahead and be the informant, because you need to go and live in witness protection. Somebody just got put in witness protection, and it's a good thing because they were going to kill you. And y'all see why I said I needed to move out of my brother's house ASAP and get me a car, even if I have to live in my car, because somebody needs to be put in witness protection. And if y'all watch my videos for the last couple of years, y'all will hear me saying like, oh, it's something with my brother friends or something like that. Somebody about to go to the feds. I'm telling you. So when I say I had to pack my shit and get the fuck on, I don't got no time to ask no questions or look around for a better car or none of that type of shit. I need to get the fuck on right now. That's what I meant, because I got the messages, and that's what it is. Somebody needs to go to witness protection, because somebody is a group of people, they about to get fucked. I'm here, we're fucked. We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. This group of people did something, and it's a snitch. I'm hearing a hired hit. They hired too many hitmen. It's like once the first hitman quit, they should have left this person alone, but then they hired another one, and then they hired another one. So now it's like multiple hitmen coming together like, damn, why they trying to kill the same person? Somebody's a snitch though. I don't know if they got caught doing something else and they found out that this person was a hitman or whatever the case may be, but this person is snitching. And it ain't nothing that nobody else can do about it. Like the people who they in witness protection from, y'all already got radar on y'all. It's nothing that you can fucking do. You can't do nothing to this person who is an informant or the original target because all eyes are on you. I'm hearing the Tupac, like all eyes on me. All eyes are on you. Whoever you group of people are, the feds, the CIA, everybody know who y'all is already. So this person is an informant and y'all going down. And that got to do with whatever I started off talking about with this video. Oh, me sleeping in my car. Me sleeping in my car. I'm hearing this somebody telling how the judge ended up stealing my houses, who died, who left who money, who wrote the will, who switched the will, who hired a lawyer, which police was involved, which prosecutor, who mama know who is the mail lady. I'm hearing all that shit being ran the fuck down. The mail lady is so-and-so cousin. She was the one who stole the mail. I'm hearing the interrogation right now. Somebody named Tiffany is in big trouble. And that's funny because my old friend Tiffany, I was told that she was an informant. And I don't give a fuck who looking at who like what, because y'all should never did this shit. Somebody, and they thought that they got away with something. I'm hearing somebody was an informant and they lied and they thought that they got away with it, but they don't know that they've been still under investigation this whole time. So if you thought that you was questioned and then case closed, I'm hearing the case ain't never closed. It been open this whole time. I'm hearing I had to kill to get this money, nigga, the day's loaf. Bow. Kill a witness, nigga, case closed. Somebody killed the witness too. And you going down for that too. Or somebody thought they killed the witness and that's who the informant is. I had to kill to get this money, nigga, the day's low. Bow. Kill a witness, nigga, case closed. Maybe chop the same size, day's low. Yeah, this hitman telling on you motherfuckers. I'm trying to tell you a whole bunch of shit about to come to the light. Somebody killed somebody. I had to kill to get this money, today's loaf. Bow. Kill a witness, nigga, case closed. Yeah, y'all thought y'all killed the witness so the case was closed. Y'all thought y'all lied and the case was closed. Y'all been under investigation this whole time. And something got to do with Facebook. I'm hearing Facebook jail, Meta, biometrics. All of that. It's a Facebook group chat that been bust wide open by the FBI. And I've been telling people that too, that Facebook is the FBI. I don't give a fuck. That's why they put us in Facebook jail. You get badges, a blue badge, check mark. You got Facebook jail, probation periods. Sound like the feds to me. You got to put a face to the book. Everybody is on some type of platform telling their story or posting pictures of their life. You got to see who is who and who's really real. You put a face to the book. And Facebook got a deeper purpose than that. I broke it down in the video before too. Like everybody's living out the Bible. So you basically got to play your role, find out who you are, and there's one book, the Bible. And everybody putting a face to who is who. Well, who was Jesus in the Bible? Who was Mary Magdalene? Who was Joseph? Who was Job? We all play a role in this shit. Or you should look at it like, let's just say the Bible is a movie and we are all actors. Who is going to get the role of Jesus? Well, you have to be able to go through the shit that Jesus went through. Who is going to get the role of his wife or of Mary Magdalene or somebody he dated? Well, you got to go through what that person went through. That's why you shouldn't destiny swap. Jesus was nailed to the cross. Do you want to be nailed to the cross? Can you survive and rise in 3 days? But Facebook knew that platforms knew everybody was going to get on here showing their life and everything. That's what we do with social media. And guess what? They putting a face to the book. You know what? Isleah, she been through a lot of shit. She almost been through the same shit Jesus been through. What if Jesus was a woman? What if Jesus was walking among us? Let's put a face to the book. This would be Jesus if this was the Bible. This would be so-and-so if this was the Bible. That's what this social media shit is for. That's why they need to watch us and everything like that. This shit deeper than rap. I'm 10 decades ahead of motherfuckers. I'm not slow. But yeah. Somebody about to be exposed. And I'm hearing, the CIA loves you, Isleah. I'm hearing it. But I said the CIA watches me. That's why they sent me that link for my DHS portal. So, yeah. It's something. But out of all this shit, like, I've been through it for a reason. And just imagine, I don't do this shit just for me. If I said the justice system fucked me over, you know how many people in jail who ain't supposed to be in jail and stuff like that? So me telling my story and wanting justice for myself is also me bringing justice to other people. I'm seeing the movie Medea Goes to Jail, and you know how they lied on Medea and stuff. So her case caused the lawyer to get investigated, and then they found out that she put a whole bunch of people in jail who wasn't supposed to be in jail. My life is like that. Isleah went to jail. Was the biggest mistake they ever did. That's like me saying I'm getting Macomb County investigated by the feds. It's people in jail who's not supposed to be in jail. Or because people who be having authority or put in powerful positions abuse their authority without investigating or just off the simple fact that they don't like somebody. You got somebody sitting in jail. I said I was going to get them investigated by the feds, because if y'all doing me this way, I know I'm not the only person y'all treating like this. So my story, me telling my story and wanting justice is not just for myself. It's for the future. It's kids of the future. It's people right now rotting in jail. So I'm speaking up for us all. So yeah, everything I've been through, I appreciate it. Even this homeless shit. Even this homeless shit. I appreciate it. And no, I'm not going to go around looking homeless. If I can help it. Because that's what they want in the process of a humiliation ritual or a process to beat you down or make you look like you not nothing. They want you to look up to par. They want you to play your role, just like I said. Oh, we said that she was a crackhead, that was a prostitute, that was a hoe. So yeah, they gonna take everything from you so that you don't have nothing. You know, all of my clothes was just taken. I was down to only one pair of leggings. I just had to buy me like some little jogging pants and leggings and t-shirts and shit. I was down to one pair of leggings, one pair of panties, one bra, one pair of socks. All of my shit was just slowly but surely vanishing because people wanted it to look true. Like I was a crackhead. I never did drugs. Wanted it to look like I was a prostitute. I'd never been a prostitute. They wanted it to look like I was a street walker. So they was stealing all of my shit. Fucking up my cars. Like I said, saying that I meant to. But then how you think I'm going to get a job if it's on paper that I'm a disabled adult? Who going to want me working at their job? I mean, yeah, I can go be a greeter at Walmart or something, and they didn't even want me to do that because they were stealing the checks. So over the last 5 years, while people thought I fell off, I didn't fall off. I was proving exactly who I was. One, I'm not a liar, but I'm a truth teller. I'm not of the dark, but I am of the light. I'm human. I make mistakes, yes, but I ain't half as fucked up as half these people out here. I'm not mental. I'm very smart and very much so capable of taking care of myself. So that's what I've been proving over the last 5 years, and that our justice system is corrupt, and that it's a lot of people just like me who are innocent but proven guilty. proven guilty by people not doing their job, meaning that there was no proof at all. So yeah. And guess what happens when people don't do their job and they accuse you of things that you didn't do and make your life a living hell? You get to sue the fuck out of them for pain and suffering and everything that they put you through. And that's exactly what I want to do. That's why I make these videos every day, so that I can document it. Fuck a paper trail. I have a digital footprint that proves everything that was happening to me. So, yes, I appreciate that. So if y'all see me down, I don't ask for sympathy. I ask for understanding and to do better. So it's nothing that nobody can say to really hurt me or make a mockery of me, because I know who I am. And I appreciate everything I've been through. So I'm getting off here. This is my second video for today, I think. I've been in here burning my sage. Now I'm about to let the windows down to let it out. And sage is like a herb. I'm not performing any witchcraft by burning some sage. For the unaware in the back. But yes, I love y'all. I love y'all. And I wish y'all love, joy, peace, happiness, abundance, good health, good wealth, prosperity, and all that good shit that us good ass people deserve. And even when you hit rock bottom, just know that you can go nowhere but the top. I said I didn't hit rock bottom. I'm talking about the bottom of the rock. If you flip it over, you're going to find a dinosaur fossil in that bitch. That's how rock bottom I hit. But I will never let that get the best of me. And you don't either. I love you. Keep your head up. Stay strong. And fuck a bitch. Or a bitch ass nigga. Now, can I turn this off with these long ass motherfucking nails? Baby, I never get my nails these long. And these is long. Bye, y'all.